Yo, what is up guys? My name's Hakiii and this is kind of an emotional video because Halloween is one of the, if not the biggest holiday updates we have in GTA Online. And this is the very last one before we move on to bigger and better things in GTA 6. So kind of sad that it's the last time we're going to be able to have fun with this, because even if Rockstar does release it again next year, we're going to be long gone from this game. At least I am. During Halloween, there are so many things happening, so many different events in recent years. In this video, we're going to be covering everything happening in GTA Online during this time. If you enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. First, there are multiple game modes that we can hop on and play during this time that aren't usually available, or at least don't have a double money and RP bonus on them. The coolest one in my opinion, and probably the best fitting one in terms of the theme, is the Ludendorff Cemetery survival that came out in 2024, basically giving us a really cool setting to do a survival with a bunch of zombies and a bunch of undead creatures spawning at the cemetery in North Yankton. So it's a really cool setting to be in, very spooky, and probably the coolest and most unique survival we have in the game. And then some other spooky game modes where you have one team hunting the other, like Beast vs Slasher, Judgment Day, Regular Slasher, Condemned. And we also have the Cayo Perico survival, which is basically Cayo Perico with zombies and some Halloween weather there. So not as cool as the Ludendorff Cemetery survival, but it's another special game mode with special weather. Then the next event might be my favorite in Halloween, and it's more of a challenge that you could do and actually get a really nice money and RP bonus from, and that's the Pumpkin Trick or Treat event. So you can go to a bunch of different locations around the map. I believe there's a total of 200 pumpkins laying around. They're usually going to be in front of a house or a random building. You go up to them, press right D-pad, and then you're going to get either a trick or a treat. The treats usually being something like money, RP, snacks, armor, that type of stuff. And a trick could be you blowing up. Make sure you're not next to your personal vehicle, because it's happened to me in the past where I got a trick, I blew up, and I was right next to my vehicle, and it actually blew up my personal vehicle as well, which is super unlucky. You can also turn into a random animal as well. I don't really know if that's a treat or a trick really, but there's a couple different tricks as well. Sometimes you're gonna get way more treats, sometimes you're gonna get unlucky and get way more tricks from these, but feel free to collect 10 of them. I do have a video on the 10 easiest locations to go to, and after getting 10 of them, you will be getting an extra 50,000 bucks and some RP. And of course, you can go to many more locations, but you really only need 10 to get a money and RP bonus. Then we have the UFO Sightings that has the UFO abduction event inside of it. So it's kind of like two different events in one. The sightings is basically the different UFOs spawning in different locations on different days. And if you go under the UFO, it's going to suck you up, and you actually have a chance to spawn in a special interior that's actually in Fort Zancudo. Your character is going to be in underwear, and you need to actually find a way to get out of there to get some money in RP. So basically, you get a 50% chance to actually spawn in the spooky interior. And if you do, you have to find a crowbar, go up to it, press right D-pad, and then you're gonna get a cargo crate, usually in another room you have to find, and then you can open it, and that way you actually get a really cool reward. It could be an outfit, like for example this year we have the Gray Space Interloper. In 2024 you can unlock the Shocker melee weapon for completely free by doing this. If you haven't done any of them, I guess you can get multiple rewards in one, so definitely do this one. I also made a guide on the different locations on the different days, and basically the whole calendar for the UFO locations in GTA Online if you want to check that out afterwards. Then the Ghosts Exposed event, which basically consists of you photographing 10 different ghosts in different locations that only spawn there at certain times of the day, or times of the night I should say, honestly. So I do have a guide up on that as well. It's also sort of like an event slash a challenge. So after photographing 10 of them, you do get some money and RP as a bonus, and you also get 2 rewards on top of that as well. So one of them is the Ghost Exposed outfit that you can see on the screen right now. It's going to be appearing in your closet once you go in there after photographing 10 of them. And you also get the special Ghost Exposed livery on the Albany Brigham, which is actually a really cool customizable Ghostbusters themed vehicle. So if you don't have it yet and you do this challenge, feel free to get it, because you do get a really cool looking vehicle with a lot of customization and with a rare livery on it too. Will Rockstar add even more Ghost Exposed rewards this year? I'm not exactly sure, but as of right now, this is all we get with it, which is not bad. Then we got the Phantom Car event, which is basically basically a red tornado chasing you around free roam for a couple of minutes, and the tornado is completely on fire while chasing you. It's going to try to ongoingly run you over, and if it touches you, it's going to lit up your character on fire as well. And obviously there's absolutely no driver inside the tornado. It's literally a ghost car lit up on fire that's trying to lit you up on fire and run you over at the same time. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most annoying things to spawn in because there's so many requirements, and it's actually really difficult to be the one chosen to actually have this attacking you. So it's only going to be attacking one player per session, and you actually need to be in that certain free roam session for at least 16 minutes. It also has to be nighttime, and you have to have at least 1 or 2 other players in the session during this, meaning you hope to have a smaller type session, maybe invite some players in, and hopefully be the one that actually picks to go after during nighttime as you're just walking around free roam. And there's even certain vehicles you cannot be using, otherwise it's not going to attack you. So I would just say go around free roam, maybe invite one other person into the session, make sure they're inside of a building and you're just roaming around on foot in free roam. I think that's probably the best way to guarantee you being picked for this phantom car event. So a lot of different requirements. Kind of sucks that it's so difficult to spawn this in. Best of luck, but definitely one of the more annoying and tedious things to do to be able to be a part of this event. Kind of a similar idea with the possessed animals event. So instead of a driverless lit up on fire tornado driving around, it's going to be actual animals, very aggressive wild animals like coyotes, mountain lions, cougars, and dogs. And let me tell you, they are nothing like an ordinary animal. So they're going to turn into like kind of like a dark version of themselves with red demon eyes. And that's how you know they're going to be very aggressive. They're 100% possessed, and they're going to try to attack you from out of nowhere. They're only going to be spawning in from 9 p.m. in game time all the way up to 5 a.m. So it is a nighttime type thing, fitting in with the spooky theme, of course. And you can find these around Mount Chiliad, Polito Forest, Grapeseed, and the Sonora Desert. So it's definitely in more rural areas, I'd say. If you're just chilling around there, running around, you do have a chance to be a part of this little event during Halloween. And let me tell you, it is way easier to be a part of this event than the phantom car event. So way easier to spawn this in, way less requirements as well. So really easy to do this one. You have to be in free roam for it, and you need to be either on foot or driving around relatively slowly around the locations we said earlier. Another quote-unquote possessed vehicle that's gonna hunt us down, or that could hunt us down, is the Cerberus event. The massive arena war truck is another type of possessed vehicle that can actually just hunt you down in certain locations at certain times. It's another vehicle that could spawn out of nowhere and basically try to run you over ongoingly like the phantom car. And you can find this thing usually around Sandy Shores, Grapeseed, and the Sonora Desert, so in the more rural areas of the map. And like the tornado, it's also going to be lit up on fire and everything, and arguably this one is more deadly because it's a way bigger truck that's also probably a bit better performing than the lit up tornado. No driver whatsoever, so a lot of different events. Let me know which events you encountered in GTA Online, and let me know if you managed to spawn in the lit up tornado, because I feel like that one is the most difficult. If you found this video helpful, leave a like on it. Once again, subscribe if you're new to the channel for more awesome content like this that you don't want to miss. Now click the video on screen now to keep watching. I hope you all enjoy that one, and peace.